absolutely love this Matt Lucas parody of Boris Johnson during COVID.
Don't take public transport, go to work, don't go to work, stay indoors. If you can work from home, go to work, don't go to work, go outside, don't go outside.
And it made me think of a lot of the contradictory advice you hear about presentations, in particular visual aids. So here are my do's that you should do and my do's and don'ts that you don't do, if you get me. Firstly, don't stand in front of the screen. I say do stand in front of the screen. People use these laser pointers, don't they, to point something out on the screen. I can't even see where the dot is, when they could just point something out on the screen. So make yourself part of your visual aids. Don't block off the screen from the same people for the whole presentation. Move around, but be like the weather forecaster. Use your hands, your eyes, your body to engage with the visuals that you're showing, and become part of your own animations essentially, and become actively with the slide rather than separated from it. Do one slide per minute. So the idea here is you've got one slide and 1 minute. It's the same number, and then 1 to 1 is a kind of a phrase, isn't it? Actually, this is complete nonsense, isn't it? The truth is you use as many slides as you need to use. Sometimes no slides. Sometimes images that might change every 3 or 4 seconds. Sometimes there might be a graph up there that the whole room discusses for 10 minutes. Use as many slides, images, whatever, as you need. Don't use animations. I say do use animations, but only useful animations. There are hundreds of animations in PowerPoint that do the most daft things, and when repeated, they become extremely annoying. However, look at this. The use of simple, well-considered animations, a few of them, I only use 3 or 4, allows you to build up what I call mobile visual arguments. Take the audience on a visual journey, especially useful when you're going through something complicated, and it's extremely powerful tool. So I say do use animations, but only when they add value. Do use images, but don't use scruffy images. People are actually used to seeing high resolution. And when you have a scruffy, grainy, watermarked image, undermines the quality of the presentation. It's like having a stain on your jumper or your shirt. It looks unprofessional. And given that it's so easy to get your hands on a clear image, there's no real excuse for not doing so. And it's a missed opportunity to have something bright, something clear, and something engaging on the screen. This might lead you to say, don't use scruffy videos. But actually, videos are different in an interesting way. Remember this? And this. So a video that's taken on a security camera on a mobile phone, if it shows the audience something they couldn't have seen without the video, they'll be quite grateful for it. So people will tolerate lower quality sometimes in video, but only for short durations. Do have a nice template. I kind of hate the PowerPointy, corporate-y, invariably navy blue templates you see all the time. Apart from the visual elements of the template sometimes confusing you and fighting with the elements of the diagram or the graph, they telescope the image, they diminish it, and I think they're a bit of a disaster. However, do have a coherent look to your slides. So whatever background color you use, font size, spacings and so on, make it consistent through the presentation so that it looks coherent, it looks clear, it looks professional. Do give out your slides at the end. Yes, the audience will want to remember what you said based on what they saw, so it makes sense to give them the actual slideshow. But a lot of my slides are just images and visuals. They don't make much sense on their own. And what a lot of people do is they create slideshows that are effectively like reports that they can give out at the end. That's a disaster. That means you've just got text on a screen and it's not interesting to anyone. One good workaround for that, have your visuals, and then on hidden slides in the PowerPoint, have extra text to explain after the presentation what's going on in those visuals. Finally, with all of this talk about PowerPoint, death by PowerPoint, a lot of people say, don't use PowerPoint. I say, unsurprisingly, do use PowerPoint. I mean, saying don't use PowerPoint is like saying, you know, we spend too much time on our phones, we should just get rid of all phones. which I actually possibly kind of agree with, but that's beside the point. With regard to PowerPoint, what have you got? You've got this rectangle on the wall beside you, sometimes massive, maxi screen size. It allows you to show visuals. It allows you to show videos. It allows you to show diagrams, graphs, infographics, even quizzes. So why would you stop yourself from having that option, that visual option? You don't have to have the slideshow running the whole time, but having the opportunity or the possibility to do something visual as you do the verbal, I don't really see the downside of that. So in conclusion, well, there isn't really a conclusion, or maybe I should leave the conclusion to Boris.
And then we will or won't, something or other.